As far as basketball goes, game 2, this was the shot. This is the one that gave the Dallas Mavericks their comeback victory. Carmax one-on-one just tells you the way this series has gone. In the first 3 quarters, the Mavs have led for all of 5 minutes and 31 seconds. But the 4th quarter, they have owned in both of those games. That's when the game was decided. And look at those points off turnovers in the 4th quarter. They're plus 16. It's 18-2 in that department in the 4th quarter of those 2 wins for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, if we head into game 3, Allie LaForce working the sidelines, and what you got that can lend to the conversation here tonight, Allie, as we get set for this one?
Hey there, EJ. Well, listen, Minnesota comes into this game disappointed that they're down 0-2, but they are not discouraged. They look at me in the eye with a smile and they say, we love playing on the road. They're 5-1 on the road this postseason, and better than that, 3-0 in clutch games on the road. And they know that they have yet to, in this series, have an Anthony Edwards type of offensive game. He was exhausted in the first 2 games. Remember, he had 4 days off after the regular season before round 1. 4 days off between rounds 1 and round 2. It's not an excuse, but he's learning. He's young. It's affected him. Coach Finch told me he is seeing ghosts out there. He's settled for jumpers. He's passed the ball when he normally attacks. The problem is, too, his teammates are not knocking down jumpers when he is passing it to it. Ant said, quote, sometimes the right play may be just to shoot it. When he passed to them, they were shooting 38% from the field. Cat, of all people, was 1 of 6 when he got the pass from Edwards. Tonight will be different. He told me today at shoot around he is going to be extremely aggressive tonight. He said, you just watch. And Coach told me if he goes 5 for 30 from the field, that's fine with him. He just wants him getting those shots up. 25 to 30 attempts for Anthony Edwards. He's been closer to 15 or 16 attempts in the first 2 games of this series. As for Dallas, Luka's hurt. He was grimacing in game 2, starting from the tip. As you saw to start the show, I had a conversation as he arrived this evening, and I asked him what he's doing back there when he goes to the locker room, and he said, it's my knee. So he's constantly treating it. They're doing the best they can to cover it for him, but the non-Kyrie, non-Luka minutes for this Mavericks team have been extremely impressive. Coach Kidd has loved how the supporting cast and the non-stars on this team have really stepped up this series, and Coach Kidd told us just moments ago he considers this mental warfare, and if they are the mentally tougher team, he believes things will go well for them again tonight.
Allie LaForce, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Shaq, so do you see Minnesota making this a series tonight?
I see them competing. You know, they've been in this situation before. You know, there's a lot of stuff been happening on throughout the year. You know, a lot of people have, you know, Chuck and I always thought they wouldn't get this far because of the 2 bigs, but they have gotten this far. So they've heard it all, seen it all, and has to be has to be aggressive, has to play a game. I saw a stat yesterday that wasn't very good. Like in the last couple games, he's shooting 30%. That's not good for a superstar. So Kenny said it. You're messing with the 2 best closers in the world. You can't let them stay close. So.
Yeah, Cat's shooting 28% in the series, 21% from deep, and neither he nor Anthony Edwards are anywhere near their scoring averages.
Not at all. And I think, you know, you asked if what's Minnesota going to do tonight. I think they're going to come out and play balls to the wall. You know, this is a team that's excited to be here. They haven't been here. They're going to come out swinging. However, I think it's less about what Minnesota is doing and more about what Dallas is doing. Because if you're Minnesota, you look and you say, we should have won both games. Ant-Man ain't play well or Cat ain't play well. Struggled in the first half last game. So I think these guys in Dallas believe that, you know, if they play their best game and we play our best game, that they're going to win the game. And that's the mindset that they've been playing with all series.
So we talked about the 4th quarter. We talked about those turnovers that Minnesota has committed, and they've come at the worst possible time. And again, Dallas turning that into an 18-2 advantage, Kenny, in points off turnover.
Yeah, you know, for Minnesota, you have to be careful tonight not to overextend yourself offensively or defensively. You have to stay the course, and that's the most difficult thing. I do think, honestly, it's easier to do it on the road because you're 15 guys together. When you're at home, you're listening to the crowd and everyone, and you get into the arena. But at home, it's like when you're on the road, it's 15 guys, 15 deep. So this might be it, but they just cannot overextend themselves.
You guys make me laugh. You know, Minnesota might have a better team. They just got a bad matchup. They're going to lose tonight. This all about the Mavs to me. If I'm the Mavs, I'm coming out, I'm being aggressive because the Wolves going to play with a great sense of desperation. If they just meet their energy level the first half, they're going to win the game. But if I'm Kyrie and Luka, I'm thinking like you know what? Let's just come out and put our foot on their neck, because also get the game over, and I would even play Luka in game 4. If I'm up 3-0.
Oh, you don't do that.
You tripping, man.
Hold on a second. The guy's on one leg. If they get up 3-0.
One leg at 30-something last.
I know, but I'm saying if they come out tonight, stomp these guys, he get almost 2 weeks off. He's playing on one leg. You have to really be careful when you're playing basketball, because, you know, your body is a great machine. If he go out there limping around and do something to the other part of his body, everybody knows that. But if I'm Luka and Kyrie, I'm not giving Minnesota any hope.
You know what Mark Cuban was saying to you after?
Hey, listen.
You're fired.
Yeah, okay.
As the general manager, you sit Luka for game 4.
I'm just saying, if I'm those two guys, because they're going to set the tone, I'm going to come out and be ultra aggressive. I'm not going to give Minnesota any hope. This game should be over by halftime if I'm them two guys, because they can't stop either one of them. But the Mavs, with Luka hurting like he's hurting, he needs some rest. So if I'm him, I'm thinking, like, you know what? I'm going to get this thing over with tonight.
Just answer me this question, and this is just me asking you. If this is such a bad matchup for Minnesota, why have the games been so close, and why has Dallas won two extremely close games?
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that.
Well, it's true.
No, it's not true. The Mavs ain't played well.
Neither has Minnesota.
Neither has Minnesota.
Yeah, but they doing. Anthony is exhausted. I've said this, and I'll say it again. The Denver Nuggets would probably beat the Mavs, but the Wolves can't beat them. It's just a bad matchup because they can't stop them two guys. And listen, if the Mavs ever made any shots, they beat these dudes by 20 points. And that's the reason I said they were going to lose to the Wolves. To beat the Wolves. They going to have those two guys down the stretch, and the Wolves don't have that guy. Plain and simple.
Chuck, do you think, like, if they win today, then win on Tuesday, you still get the same 2 weeks off? I've been in a situation where one series, and we all have, I'm sure, where one series can change the game. You don't just sit out.
Well, just don't play in 40 minutes. Whatever. Just make sure, get the thing. Because they go up 3-0, it's a wrap. Obviously, we know that. But I wouldn't, like, next game, I wouldn't play in 45 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
Respect.
Well, I do think that this is a closer series than maybe Chuck thinks, in terms of the difference is, I think, the experience factor down the stretch and sticking to the game plan. Meaning, you know, I'll have later on about a tape that kind of shows what I'm talking about in terms of defensively. And a lot of times, if you have a game plan, if you're young, when it's game is on the line is when you abandon it. And you go, no, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. No, stick to the game plan. That's what makes this dude a 4-time champion next to me. Another guy, 4-time champion, is that recently they stick to the game plan. If Draymond Green is supposed to double team, he's coming to double. If he's gonna let you go under the screen, he's letting you go under the screen.
Pat plays great and Ant plays great. We have a different series, but they haven't stepped up. The two best closers in the game stepped up twice. The first game it was Kyrie. Last game it was Luka. That's the series right there. Superstars have to step up if they want to get to the next level. We all know that.
I mean, they were calling a guy Michael Jordan before this.
I told y'all to stop it.
No, y'all
to stop
like that, Chuck?
Hell no.
Who's y'all?
Hey, no, hell no. I went on my rant about 2 weeks ago. Yo, man, ease up. He's had 2 good weeks in the playoffs. He's not Michael Jordan. Stop it.
There's no
Black Cat different.
No, Black Cat's different. Kobe's different. Come on, man. Stop doing that. A guy had a great first round, a great second round. Stop comparing him to the GOAT.
The Minnesota Timberwolves have had the lead after the first quarter, at halftime, and going to the fourth quarter in both games in this series, but it's Dallas that has the 2-0 lead.